Thank you, Gopi. Good morning, everyone. A very warm welcome to the yoga session by Heartfulness Institute. We are going to start today's session in a seated position, and we'll start with the left nostril breathing. We did this, I think, last week as well. Our main focus for today's class would be stretching our lower back and all the muscles surrounding the hips and all the way to the legs. So some of us have the sciatica pain, and I had request for lower back stretches and for sciatica. So we'll have the focus on the lower part of our body today. But first, let's begin with a simple breathing exercise. So let's take our left hand, break your thumb and index finger together, and all the three fingers together, and just rest it on top of your left knee. Let's take our right hand thumb, and we're going to just close our right nostril, and we're going to just breathe in and out of our left nostril about 10 times. All right. So if you wish for better connection, you can close your eyes. There's really nothing much. You're just closing our right nostril. So just go ahead and close your right nostril, and let's start to take a breath in from the left and exhale as well from the left. Inhale from your left nostril, and when you reach the top, very slowly start to exhale also from the left nostril. Let's do about 8 rounds at our own pace. Five more rounds. Last 2 rounds. And very slowly finish your last round. Slowly release. Bring your hands back onto your knees with your palms facing up. Relax your fingers, allow them to curl naturally. Try to relax your forehead and temple muscles. Breathing through both nostrils and breathing out as well from both nostrils. Very slowly and gently, let's begin to open our eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and very slowly coming up to eye level. Let's release our hands. So, as I mentioned, we are going to focus today with our hips, the lower back, and also the side of our legs. Okay? So, we're going to start the first stretch. If you have a block with you or anything which is like a big textbook at home with you, you can keep it close to you. If you don't have it, that's okay. Don't worry about it. Those of us who have it handy, just go ahead and you can place two blocks like this in front of you. So, if you already have a very intense pain going on in your hips and on the side of your legs, all the way to the base to the heel, then you want to go really slowly. That's why we are giving this elevation so that we don't go completely down. So, those of us who don't have a lower back issue, it's okay if you don't have blocks, you're perfectly fine. See if you can slowly walk your hands forward and gently place one elbow down like this on one of the blocks and you can place the other on the other. Now our goal here is to just connect with our glutes. We're going to try to relax our glutes onto the ground. Become aware of your lower back. Just stay where you are. For those of us who are not having any lower back issues and we would like to deepen our stretch a little bit more, you can just slowly see how it feels to bring your elbow down like this. And then you can bring your other hand elbow down like this. I want you to just hang in here for some time and try to become aware of how you're feeling around your hips. Maybe because it's the beginning of the class, your body is really tight and you just woke up some time back and your muscles are really tight, which is very normal. Stay and breathe. As you stay in this position, in your mind, I want you to think, I am trying to create openness in my lower back muscles. I'm trying to send healing energy to the lower back. The opening around the lower back and my hips is allowing and creating room for the sciatic nerve to breathe a little. Our mind is a very powerful tool, and our body is listening to the commands that we are giving to the body. Just stay here. Such a simple stretch. Just resting the elbows down and become aware of how much stretch you are feeling around the glutes and the lower back. Very slowly and gently lift your elbows up and slowly take your time. Walk your hands back towards your body. Now, those of us who are tender, we might have felt it a little bit more, but it is a very safe exercise. You're not going to put too much pressure at any given point in time during this class. If you start to feel it's a bit too much for you, just back off and you can wait for the next exercise. All right, we're going to go to the next exercise. Let's extend our legs all the way out. I'll give you three variations for this one. For those of us who are already having a lot of pain in the hips and the lower back, we're not going to go very deep today. So you can extend your left leg a little bit away from your body, and then you can bend your right leg and just to place the base of your feet to the inside of the thigh like this. Right? So we have done this before. We're going to stay here for today. Those of us who can go a little bit deeper, I want you to take your right leg and take it over. So the goal is here to bring your knee in line with your leg. And you're taking the base of your feet of your right to the back like this, and you're bringing this leg. So this also, if you observe the side of your thigh on the right side and a little bit on the glute, you're going to feel a little bit of the stretch. We're going to increase the stretch in a bit. Now, those of us who feel that we are all right and we are able to do it a little bit more intense stretch, you can place your ankle like this. So you're going to just rest your right ankle on top of your right thigh. Your extended leg, which is your left leg, is going to be flexed completely. And under all circumstances, the extended leg is going to be flexed. All the three variations, I mean. Right? So pick the level that works for you. I'm going to quickly demo all three of them. So if you're here, you're going to just take it up like this and you're going to stay here, right? Those of us who are here, what we are going to do is we're going to take our blocks. If you want to go to the level two, you can place your blocks next to your body like this. You can rest your hands on your block and try to bring your upper body forward like this. This is already a lot of stretch going on, right? Those of us who want to keep it here, just keep it like this. You have option to use your blocks and you can just rest your hands on top of your blocks and lean forward a little bit. If you're feeling perfectly fine, you can hold on to your toes. And then try to move your neck muscles a little bit and relax. Try to pick the level and the variation that works for you today the best. We have just different options based on how we are feeling around our lower back. Try to become aware of what all are happening with the body now. Maybe you're feeling a deep stretch at the back of your left leg on your righty band. Maybe there's a little bit stretch going on around your lower back. Try to observe your right hip. Notice if there is any stretch you're feeling in that area. Stay and breathe. Both feet flexed. The right leg, which is resting on top of your left, is also flexed. Deepen your breath. Once again, send a gentle message to those lower back muscles and your hips. I am creating space and healing energy for every single muscle and nerve to relax my lower back, my glutes, my legs. Inhale, very slowly take your time, take your hands all the way up and circle your hands and gently relax your hands. Now, whichever variation you did, however you placed your right leg, doesn't matter. We are all going to do the same thing now. So you're going to take the same leg, the right leg, and now place it down to the ground like this. Walk your left leg a little bit away. In case you had done the variation 2 or 3, then you had your leg in the center like this. So walk it out a little bit. And you can also create space by walking your right leg out a little bit like this. We are going to take your right hand elbow and you're going to place your elbow to the inside of the leg like this. Our goal here is to stretch the inner thigh and the outer thigh as well, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the energy from our right elbow to gently push that leg outward like this. So maybe a part of your inside edge of your right leg is going to lift off. Don't worry about that. As long as you're feeling an opening coming in your hips, on your inner thigh and on the outside of the thigh, you're good. Just keep it like that, right? If you would like to take it a little bit more, take your left hand. So normally when we go to spinal twist, we go this way, right? But today we're going to go the other way because we're focusing on opening our hips today. So take your right hand, just constantly engaging and pushing that leg outward. If you still feel all right, take that left hand, take it all the way to the back. Try to sit up nice and tall. You can relax your right hand down like this, but make it energetic, right? So you're going to push that leg out like this and then look over your left shoulder. It looks really very simple, but if you're doing it right, you will notice that there is a lot of energy that you're using with your right elbow to open up your right hip and your inner thighs. And breathe. Very slowly and gently turn your head forward. Look forward. Release your back hand. You can rotate that shoulder if you wish to. Bring it down for support. Release your right hand also and walk this leg. We're going to go now into a little bit of deeper spinal twist. So walk your left leg back in position. Take your right over the left. And now you can take the support of your hands. Bend your left leg like this. Now, those of us who have a lot of pain in our hips and we don't feel comfortable to bring this leg down, keep that leg extended. That's okay. Right? Now, if you have a block or a pillow, I want you to take that and place it below your hip like this. So if you notice, one of our hips tends to lift up and the other is on the ground, right? So we want to give the support to that right hip. So place that pillow below your hip. Or even a towel is okay. You can just use a simple basic towel like this, roll it up, and then you can tuck it below your hip, the right hip particularly. Let's come into a spinal twist. Open up your hands. Let's take our right hand behind, left hand over, and this time look over your right shoulder. Try to relax your jaw. Keep your belly a little bit soft and gently try to go a little deeper into the position. Very slowly and gently turn your head forward. Release your hands. Let's just quickly rotate our wrists off a little bit and reverse the direction of the rotation. Release. You can slightly push that cushion away from you and then extend your top leg and extend your bottom leg and shift it off. So the other example that I wanted to give that I kept for you to see is if you have a simple couch pillow like this, you can also use that. If you don't have a block or a towel handy, if you have a couch and a pillow on top of it, just use that. Okay? Extend the legs, both your legs, shake it off. Let's start the sequence on the other side. Option 1, 2, 3, really quickly. Option 1, extending the right leg a little bit away, which we have done before. Option 2 is to take that left leg, but trying to bring the knee over the other knee, stacking it up. Option 3 is to stack that leg up like this. It depends on how much tightness you're feeling in your hips and your lower back. So pick the level that works best for you, right? And then you can have your blocks next to you like this. And then take your hands all the way up. And then gently, first start by resting your hands. If you don't have blocks, it's okay. Place it down like this. And make sure that you are already starting to feel a stretch at the back of your right leg. Right? If you are still okay here, hold on to your toes and relax your jaw. Very slowly inhale, take your hands all the way up and exhale, release. Let it go. You can move your blocks a little bit away from you. We're going to come into, take this left leg, let's place it down to the ground. Walk your right leg a little bit away from you and walk your left leg as well a little bit away. So we're creating space basically. Now gently take your left elbow and tuck it to that inside of that leg. So we are basically using this to push it away like that, right? And then we're going to rest this hand down. Take your right hand all the way to the back. Place it very close to your lower back. Sit up tall like this. And now energetically using your left to push that left out like that as you look over your right shoulder. Very slow, deep, long breaths. Having a full mind body connection. Becoming aware of those inner thighs on the left side and the left glute. And now very slowly turn your gaze forward. Look forward. Take your right hand, which is behind you, rotate that hand and bring it down for support. And gently release your left as well. Walk your right leg back in position. Slowly walk your left leg also. Take that left leg over the right. You can stay here. If you're feeling a lot going on in your hips, do not go any further. All you can do is you can take it like this, support that hip a little bit, and just stay there. Those of us who want to take it a little deeper, you can take the support of your hands, gently turn, bend that right leg, take it behind you. And now you can place a cushion or a block or a towel below your left hip now. So you are not leaning onto one hip, you're kind of sitting on both your hips, that little support of that pillow. Very slowly open up your hands. Let's give a spinal twist to the body. Right goes over the left, left hand behind your back, look over your left shoulder. Soften your belly. And with each breath in and out, gently working on pushing that left shoulder a little bit further back. Very slowly take your time. Turn your gaze forward. Release your hands. You can rotate your back hand and release your hands. Simply rotate your wrists off a little bit and reverse the direction. Let's simply extend our legs out. So extend your top leg out, extend your bottom leg out. You can push your hips, the cushion away from you and shake your legs off a little bit. So if you notice, all the exercises which we are doing today are trying to create space. So we have the lumbar spine, the sacral spine, so the lower back and the base of our spine, our hips, the seat, and all the way to the side of the leg. Where so that's the area from where the sciatica nerve runs. And when there is pressure or compression or tightness in our lower back muscles or even an injury, then that's going to start to radiate. We when we go normally we feel that we are feeling the pain from our hips from the side to the heel, but the actual stretch needs to be done at the lower back, because once we have the lower back muscle stretched out, the pressure is less on the nerve, and then it will automatically release the pain and reduce the pain. Right? So let's do. I have quite a few lined up, but I'm not sure if will have time to finish all of them. I'll try my best to do. And this video will be available for those of you who have requested particularly for this class. A video will be available for you to practice later as well. Let's start with a simple pigeon position. I will not go into a very deep pigeon today, just for the sake of understanding that everybody is not able to go into a full deep pigeon position. You can use your blocks like this. Actually, let me start with my legs. So take your right leg, bring it parallel, the shin parallel to the top of your mat. Keep your left leg bent. I'll give an option for those of us who are able to go into full pigeon. For those of us who already are feeling a little bit pain in our lower back and hips, we're going to stay here. You can walk those blocks a little closer to you if you wish to. You can place your elbows on your blocks and just hang in here. Now, if you observe, your left hip will be slightly lifted off right now. So again, always keep in any yoga class that you go to, please carry a towel with you. If you have a block, please keep it with you. You never know when the instructor will, and they become very handy for you, right? So with your yoga mat, as you take it, also bring your props with you. Now tuck the towel below your hip, left hip, and place your hands down. Let it go, relax. Just hang in here. This is good. Those of us who want to go a little bit deeper, we're going to take the support of our hands. Lift your hips up. Place your hands in front of you. Take your left leg all the way to the back. Rest your knee down. Relax your toes. Rest your elbows down. I'm going to go a little back so it can cut off. And you can stay here. Now, some of us might come all the way till here, but we might need a block to be here, right? So maybe we can stay here. This is a very good stretch, a deep stretch going on around our right hip. If you don't need the block, you're already feeling okay, you want to slowly work on bringing your elbows down, bring it down. Still okay here, everything seems all right. Extend your hands, bring your forehead down. Stay and breathe. Try to let go of your upper body. Don't hold on to your chest up. Breathe to your right glute. And now very slowly take your time and gently walk your hands back towards your body. You can bring yourself back to the start position by placing one hand down, gently slipping and sliding that back, like back in position. So we came back to where we were. And gently extend your legs all the way out and shake it off. So I'll give you a variation with the pigeon position, which is fairly easy for those of us who cannot get into a full pigeon position. Let's do the other side. So just bend your left leg, take your right. You can stay here, take the thumb, tuck it below your hip. If the height is not enough, take a pillow and then tuck it. So any which ways, make sure that your right hip is well supported and both your hips are resting down to the ground. Option to place the blocks in front of you and just stay here. That's it. This is good, guys. Really good. Believe me, your lower back is getting stretched out. Don't have to go into full pigeon position. The fullest expression of our body is what we should be aiming for, because that's where we are at our best performance. We are able to breathe easily and we are able to stretch those muscles. So it's purely individual choice. Those of us who want to take it a little bit deeper, gently work on extending that right leg all the way to the back. Rest your knee down, relax your toes. Maybe just the elbows come down. Go again a little back so you can see me better. Maybe you can stay here or take a prop. And maybe this will help you, that elevation might help you feel better. Those of us who feel super comfortable, extend your arms, bring your forehead down completely. Let's say this one more time. I am creating space to heal my lower back. Which in turn is allowing my sciatic nerve to breathe better. Releasing any tightness or tension that I may be holding around my lower back or hips. Your body is listening to your whispers. And now very slowly take your time. Gently walk your hands back towards your body. Place your left hand next to the body. You're going to slowly bend your right leg and bring it back. And gently extend your legs all the way out and shake your legs off a little bit. All right, that's good. Let's get on to our belly. We'll do 2 exercises on our belly and then we'll make our way into a standing position. I have a really good one with our standing as well today. And then probably if you have time, we'll go into a supine position, lying down on the back. Let's start with a simple cat and cow to begin with. So set yourself up, wrist in line with your shoulders, knee in line with your hips. Relax your toes. Make sure you have space between your thighs. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Inhale, look towards the ceiling. And exhale, round. Let's come into a neutral position. We're going to start by extending our legs all the way to the back. So just extend your legs. So drop one elbow down and then you can drop your other elbow down and basically just lie down on your belly like this. I'll go sideways so you can see me better. We want to just stay here, right? And become aware of our lower back. Try to notice how you're feeling the sensations in your lower back. If you're still feeling all right, Very slowly work on just lifting your left leg up slightly. So don't go too far, just lift it a little bit up and rest it down. Let's lift our right leg slightly off and rest it down. Now, if you felt that was very challenging for you, it is a bit too much for you to do that way, you can stack up your hands like this and rest your chin on top of your forearms. And now you can try. Let's try this one more time. Lift your left leg up, point your toes, and maybe you feel more confident to take it a little bit higher now. And gently bring it down. Gently lift your right leg up and slowly, with full control, bring it down. Bring your hands back on top of your elbows, so onto your forearms. Let's stay here just for an extra breath, making a good connection with our lower back. From here, slowly bring your hands next to your chest. We will make our way into a full cobra position. Press on your palms, take your time, and gently, slowly feel your upper body off. Take your gaze up to the ceiling. And now gently push your hips away from you and round your back. This will release that lower back. So in your mind, again, that mental chatter, I would like my lower back muscles to relax. The best conversation we can have is to speak to our little selves that are working for us so hard. Communicate with them, acknowledge them. And from here, tuck your toes. If you have difficulty to come into downward dog, take the support of your hands and make your way up into a downward dog or into a standing position. Slowly pedal your legs off by pressing one heel down, bending your other leg, walking your dog, and then slowly walk your hands back towards your body. You will end up in a simple forward bend position. If this is too much for you, just make your way up into a standing position, guys. Don't worry about it. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Slowly bend your knees. Fly your hands to the side. Take your hands all the way up. Interlock your hands. Press the heel of the palm. Separate your legs out. And gently take your hands towards your right side. Come back to the center. Let's take it towards the other side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders and reverse the direction of the rotation. I have 3 exercises lined up and I really want to do them all. Let's see how many I can do. We'll see what we can do the best. We're going to keep our legs hip width apart. Okay. I will demo this one while we are standing because we are going to go into a forward bend. It will be difficult for you to see, right? So let's try to peel the inside edge of our right leg off like that. So you can just watch my feet, right? And drop it down. This time, bend your left leg. So I want you to bend your left knee a lot. And now see how it feels to peel the inside edge of that leg. Right? So observe the muscles and nerves that are getting activated from your right glute to the side of your leg. So when we go down into a forward bend, I will request you to bend your left leg and then gently peel the inside edge off to see. Right? Now, some of us might need to increase the distance between our legs like this for better stability because we are going into a forward bend. So go ahead and do that. Right? Take your hands all the way up. Both knees are locked. Both feet are now completely down to the ground. Right? Push your hips back. Lead with your chin and your chest and come into a very simple normal forward bend. Again, Those of us who need a block, place your block in front of you like this. If you cannot, if you feel your fingers are dangling and it's not comfortable for you, right? I will move it out of the way so that you can see my feet better. Left foot is completely down to the ground. Left knee is bent, and you're going to start to peel the inside edge of your right leg. So I want you to lean towards your right side like that. It's fine for your right knee to bend. That's perfectly fine. But observe what's happening with your right glute and gently place it down. Right foot is completely to the ground. Now gently peel the inside edge of your left and try to push your left knee away from you towards the left side. So again, you're going to feel a lot of engagement on the outer edge of your left leg. And gently place that left leg down to the ground. Inhale, bring yourself halfway up. Exhale, full forward bend. Bend your knees a lot. Fly your hands to the side. Inhale, take your hands all the way up. Interlock your hands, press the heel of the palm up. Exhale, let's take it towards the left side. Slowly inhale, come back. And let's exhale, take it towards the other side. And come back to the center. Release your hands. Rotate your shoulders. And reverse the direction of the rotation. All right. We're going to come back into a seated position for you to view my feet because I want you to observe how I'm going to keep my toes, but we will go into a reclining position, right? So let's come into a seated position and watch my feet. So what we are going to do is, usually this is called a pigeon toe, right? You're pigeon toeing yourself. That means to say you're bringing your toes inwards like that and you're taking your heels slightly outward like that, right? So, and then we're going to drop our knees towards each other. So remember this much, because once you lie down, it might be too much for you to observe everything, right? So that's why I'm showing you while we are seated. So keep your feet normally now, just shake it off a little bit. And let's come into a simple bridge position. So let's lie down on the mat into a normal simple bridge position. Let's bring our knees into our chest and gently massage that lower back. Let's take this time to massage the lower back a little bit. And reverse the direction of the rotation. Nice massage, guys. Relax your body, take your time, change the direction of the rotation after a couple of times and reverse it one more time. No pressure, no rush. We have a lot of time. And let's drop the feet down into bridge position. Now walk your legs as wide as your mat. So your right leg is almost to the right edge of your mat and your left feet is almost to the left edge of your mat, the width of your mat. Now pigeon toe yourself. So heels are going to stay outward, toes are going to come inwards. The whole feet is pressing to the ground and your knees are going to drop into each other. I want you to connect with your glutes. Notice if there is any sensation you're feeling around your outer hips. This exercise just in itself is going to relax the base of your spine, your sacrum. It's going to flatten that back nicely to the ground. Just stay here. And now very slowly release your legs. So separate your knees out, heel toe your legs and bring your knees into your chest And let's massage that lower back, touching the four corners around the lower back, giving a beautiful stretch and massage to that lower back. And reverse. Drop your feet down. We will quickly do, I will not take much time with this one. I'll probably do it for a minute on each side. Let's take our right leg all the way up. Flex your feet. Rest your right ankle on top of your left. And then lift your left leg up. Take your hands behind your thigh. Flex all feet. So if you observe, this is just a reclining pigeon position. Earlier on, we had done it in a seated position. Now we are doing the same thing in a reclining position. So this is a variation for those of us who feel seated was difficult. You can try to do it while lying down. Rest your left feet down. Slide your right leg off. So come back into your bridge position feet. Bring your knees into your chest. Let's massage that lower back. Take your time. This is your time to take care of your body. And reverse the direction. Come back to the center. Drop your feet back into bridge position feet. Let's take our left leg all the way up. Flex your feet. Left ankle rest on top of your right. Thread your hands through the window. Lift your right leg up. Flex your feet. Flex all feet. You can just stay here or work on pulling that right thigh a little closer to the body. And breathe. Again, this is another variation of pigeon, reclining, and gently release. Place your right feet down. Slide your left leg back to bridge position. Bring your knees into your chest and massage. And reverse. Extend your legs, reach your hands over your head. Let's awaken every cell. Stretch it out, full body. Fingers and toes being stretched in the opposite direction. Bend your legs, take your hands to the fold of your knees, and simply rock yourself up into a seated position. If it is too much for you to rock, you can drop your knees to one side, take the support of your hands, and gently bring yourself up. We're going to do just a quick butterfly and then prepare for our meditation. So bring your feet into butterfly feet position like we always do in all our classes, and then gently flap those wings. So the good part about stretching our lower back and our hips is also it helps us to sit in our meditation very comfortably, right? Because we feel our seats are relaxed, our inner thighs are relaxed, our lower back is stretched out. So we are able to sit more comfortably in our meditation as well. The physical body is not going to kind of bother us with any kind of pain. So irrespective, but it's good for everybody. So this class was perfect for all of us. Right? We all need that lower back stretch because we spend a lot of time these days in a seated position. All right. So we are going to prepare ourselves for the meditation. Come into a simple cross-legged position. You can rest your hands in the most comfortable manner. Try to sit up nice and tall, upright from the base of your spine. To the crown of your head, trying to gain length. Bring your awareness to the tips of your toes. Gently wiggle your toes and relax. Allow the healing energy from Mother Earth entering into both your feet, relaxing your ankle joints, your calf muscles, your knees, thighs, and your hips. Lower part of your body is completely relaxed. Allow the healing energy from Mother Earth to relax your lower back, mid back, and your upper back. Relax your abdominal muscles and the center of your chest. Relax your shoulders and your neck muscles. Relax all your facial muscles, your jaw, and your tongue inside your mouth. Relax the back of your head and the top of your head. Your total body is relaxed now. Gently bring your awareness to your heart and become aware of the love and light that is already present in your heart. Try to remain still and become absorbed in it. Very slowly and gently, bring your awareness back to the present moment. Make a mental note of how you're feeling within your body and mind. Whenever you're ready, very slowly start to open your eyes by first bringing the gaze towards the floor and very slowly coming back to eye level. Like I have mentioned earlier, if you wish to journal your thoughts, try to keep a diary and a pen next to you, and after the session is over, you can sit on your mat for a few more minutes and just try to make a note of how you felt today after the meditation. It will help you just to have introspect a little bit deeper. Let's all take a bow together and say namaste. Namaste. Have a wonderful week.